Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something really key, C1 level listening comprehension,
hmm
which goes way beyond just hearing words. It's about really getting the layers in lectures, understanding different accents.
Yeah, and picking up on implied meanings, the
Yeah,
kind of stuff you hit in academic talks or professional settings.
exactly. The sort of spoken stuff that's, well, core to serious learning and work.
Right. We're looking at the skills you need to decode those, let's say, denser lectures or tune into accents and grasp what's really meant.
Even when it's subtle, maybe wrapped in academic politeness or just assumed knowledge.
Precisely.
So our goal today, it's pretty straightforward, but I think powerful. Give you actual strategies, ways to break down complex spoken English.
Right.
If you've ever felt a bit adrift during a fast presentation or maybe wondered, what did they really mean there? Then yeah, this is for you.
We want to help you go from just hearing to properly understanding.
Okay, so let's dig in. What makes C1 listening so different? It's definitely not just vocabulary, is it?
No, not at all. At this level, it's more about the subtleties, how speakers guide you. Tone, for instance, is huge.
Oh, definitely. Like someone could say interestingly and mean it genuinely.
What?
Or they could use the exact same word, but the tone just screams, hold on, I don't think so.
Exactly. And catching that difference, that's C1, miss it, and you could totally misunderstand a situation, maybe in a work meeting or something.
Yeah, thinking everyone's agreed when actually someone's got big reservations.
And what about those little pauses? The ums and wells?
Right, they're not just empty space.
No. Sometimes that pause means the speaker is carefully putting together a counter argument.
Maybe treading carefully.
Yeah, maybe trying not to be too direct about disagreeing, understanding that hesitation gives you a window into their thinking.
It's like a little tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's the jargon. Oh, and abbreviations.
Ugh, yeah, in specialized fields. Absolutely essential.
Yeah.
You walk into a lecture on, say, economics and hear terms like quantitative easing or fiscal multipliers.
Or knowing peer-reviewed lit is just shorthand for...
For research that's been checked by other experts,
Yeah.
knowing that stuff is crucial to keep up.
Lets you engage on a deeper level, really.
So here's a quick challenge for you listening. Find a TED Talk, maybe on a topic you know a bit about. Play it at 1.25 speed.
Okay.
Then try summarizing the main points, sure, but also listen for where the speaker might sound hesitant or less sure.
Or maybe how they're trying to persuade you subtly.
Exactly. That really tests those C1 listening skills. Throws you in the deep end a bit.
Okay, good challenge. Let's switch gears now to C1 lectures specifically, because, professors, academic speakers, their style is often quite different.
Very different from, say, us chatting now or typical podcast host. So we've got a kind of three-part approach for lectures.
Okay, lay it on us.
First up, predict. Before you even go to the lecture or press play, do a little prep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the title is, Neo-Marxist Critiques of Globalization. Just quickly reading an abstract or a short article beforehand gives you a huge leg up. You anticipate the concepts.
Okay, predict. What's next?
Chunk. This is about listening for the structure. Speakers use signposting phrases all the time.
Ah, like verbal road signs.
Exactly. Things like, there are three objections, or turning now to, or to problematize this further.
Right, they guide you through the argument,
Yeah.
helps you organize it in your head.
And tied right into that is note-taking, but efficiently.
Can't write it all down.
No way. You need a system. Symbols, abbreviations, quick stuff, like maybe an upward arrow for increase, a question mark for unclear claim.
Downward arrow for decrease, maybe an asterisk for something super important.
Whatever works for you. Just needs to be fast.
Okay, let's try a quick example. Imagine you hear this bit. While Foucault argues X, his critics contend Y. What's the relationship there?
Well, while critics contend,
Hmm.
structure, it's clearly signaling a contrast, right?
Yeah.
Or an alternative view.
Recognizing that contrast is a core C1 skill. Simple, but crucial.
Definitely. Okay, moving on. Another big hurdle for many, accents and just fast speech.
Oh, yeah, that can be tricky.
But you can train your ear, actively train it.
Ow. What works well?
An exercise I love is shadowing.
Shadowing.
Yeah, you listen to a native speaker, maybe BBC News, NPR, or something like that, and you repeat what they say almost instantly. Just try to mimic their sounds, their rhythm.
Right, like talking along with them.
Exactly. And while you do it, pay attention to the little things. Like in American English, how sounds link together Not at all
Ain't at
becomes,
all.
or
Yeah.
going to becomes gonna.
And in British English, you mentioned glottal stops.
Yeah, like the two that sound disappearing in the middle of words sometimes. Bottle might sound like ball, or British becomes British.
Noticing those little phonetic things makes a huge difference to comprehension.
It really does.
Yeah.
And hey, you can make it fun. Try an accent challenge. Hear short clips and guess.
Okay.
Like if you hear I, the data suggests. Maybe a bit of a roll on the R.
Scottish.
Probably. Or, no worries, mate. Let's analyze this.
Aussie. Gotta be.
Right. Just exposing yourself to different accents helps massively.
Okay, so we've covered lectures, accents. Now let's get into something really subtle, listening between the lines.
Yes. The unspoken stuff,
Yeah.
super important at C1.
Especially in academic circles, right? People can be very indirect when they disagree.
Extremely. It's often about academic politeness. You rarely hear a direct, you're wrong. Instead, you hear coded language.
Such as, give us some examples.
Well, if someone says it could be interpreted as, that's often a polite code for, that's probably not the right way to see it.
Okay. Like a gentle nudge away from that idea.
Exactly. Or, another classic, some have argued.
Ah, I know this one. That often means I'm about to tell you why those some are mistaken.
Bingo. It sets up their counterargument.
So you have to read the subtext. Like if a speaker says, Smith's methodology is innovative.
Okay, innovative sounds good on the surface. New, interesting.
What?
But depending on the tone, the context, it could easily imply Smith's methods are kind of weird and maybe not sound.
You gotta be a bit of a detective. Look at the whole picture, the words, the tone, the context.
Absolutely. Okay, finally, let's talk practical hacks. Exams and the real world.
Good stuff. Thinking about tests like IELTS or TOEFL, those tricky, what does the speaker imply? Questions. Any tips?
Big tip. Be suspicious of answers that just repeat words directly from the audio.
Ah, the verbatim trap.
Exactly. They're often distractors. Instead, look at the answer choice that uses synonyms or rephrases the meaning.
So if the speaker talked about something being costly,
The correct implied meaning might be phrased as not economically viable. Same idea, different words.
got it. And for real-world situations, meetings maybe?
Yeah, here's something practical. Consider using a transcription tool like Otter.ai or similar during important calls or lectures.
Okay, how does that help listening?
Well, afterwards, you can read the transcript and pinpoint the exact moments where you struggled. Was it a particular accent? Fast speech? Complex vocabulary?
Ah, so you diagnose your weak spots.
Precisely. Then you know what to focus your practice on. Very targeted learning.
Smart. Okay, so time for the challenge.
Right. We want you, the listener, to put this into action.
Yeah.
First step. Find a lecture online. YouTube, university sites, plenty of options in your field.
Step 1, find a lecture. Step 2,
Listen actively. Try to spot at least 3 signposting phrases the speaker uses to structure the talk.
okay, 3 signposts and
And listen for at least one moment where you think the speaker is implying criticism or disagreement without saying it outright. That's subtle stuff we talk about.
find the hidden meaning. Nice. And we'd love to hear what you find.
Definitely. Share your examples, the signposts, the implied criticisms on our Discord, links in the show notes.
Yeah, join the conversation.
And next time, we're flipping the coin. We'll be deep diving into C1 speaking.
Ooh, nailing debates, presentations. Should be good.
Looking forward to it.
So make sure you join us for that. And maybe a final thought for today. Think about how becoming this more active, more nuanced listener, how it doesn't just help with exams or work. It really changes how you engage with everything. Conversations, news, different viewpoints.
To start hearing more, understanding more deeply.
Exactly. It lets you truly, well, deep dive into the spoken world around you, a richer understanding, really.